Are you threatened by these guys, or are they still fighting for second?
I've never been a man for talking. It just doesn't work for me. I'm always a man of actions. So I stand up here and I say, man, if any man thinks that deserving of that, step up front with me right now. Come on!
He is the undisputed champion of the Classic Physique Olympia division. Please welcome from Canada, that title back. The Persian Wolf is hungry for the taste of an Olympia victory and to hoist the Sandow once again. Please welcome from Iran, Hadi Mr. Olympia, winning bodybuilding's most prestigious title in only his second time competing on the Mr. Olympia stage, adding to his illustrious resume, which also includes a 212 Olympia title and the title of Mr. USA. Please welcome the 18th Mr. Olympia in bodybuilding history from the United States, Mr. Olympia, Derek!
Right now, what we need is more room, right about there in the center, right about there.
They're taking up all the space. So, the ladies were, first of all, congratulations, gentlemen, on being here. This is a major deal, the 60th anniversary of the Olympia, and you're all here, so congratulations on that. The ladies were out here a little while ago, and there was some debate over who was the future and who was the present. Who was the present, who was the future? So up on this stage, who's the present and future?
Let's start with the champ himself, Derek Lunsford. You are the present. You are the current reigning, defending Olympia champion. Are you also the future two-time Olympia champion?
Well, I've been working ever since I stepped off the stage last year, 2023, to come back improved. So yeah, you best believe that this is just the beginning, and I'm working to improve every single year for as long as I can be up here.
Well, Derek, let's get specific about it. You're dominant from the back. You have amazing back double biceps, back lat spread, but you're not beating Hadi on abdominals and thighs and most muscular. What have you done from last year's Olympia to beat him on those two poses?
Well, when we go back to my track record working with Hani Rambod back in 2021, we won the 212. Each year we've made significant improvements, and I've been able to, work well with him, and we've been able to improve my physique. So I don't think there's really anything different that I needed to do in terms of drastic changes. Obviously put emphasis on the body parts and areas where I needed to improve more, but honestly I wanted to improve my strengths too. I wanted to create distance in my strengths and also bring up my other body parts and poses. So, you know, like I said, ever since I got off stage last year, I've been putting in the work, and I'm coming back improved. I can promise you that.
Sugar Sean Ray, you got about 600 pounds of muscle right in the middle of the stage right there. Is this the year of the big man?
Yeah, half of that is occupied by the man in the center, Big Samson from England, representing Nigeria. Looked like you were on a tour when you first arrived here in Las Vegas, so the buzz is you've been distracted. And there's a whole lot of business in front of you, especially with Andrew Jack leaning up against you and Derek and Big Hottie. Is this the year that you bring it all together on Saturday night?
All right, first and foremost, I want to say, man, thank you all for being out here, man. You guys are all great. This place is packed out, so it's crazy up in here. Well, to your question, man, is an interesting one, because I gotta say, year after year, time after time, I keep improving faster than anybody else on this stage. And you all have seen that firsthand, right? Right? So how do you expect me not to be just come up on stage and shock you guys again tomorrow?
Well, wait, while you say that, you did some changes getting ready for this year that you didn't do in the past. You can't ignore some of those changes. Were they positive?
Of course they are. But you know what? You saw me 2 weeks ago in France. Well, you're about to see something special tomorrow night as well.
Samson, the word we keep hearing is conditioning, and I know you've heard this all year long, all on social media, all from the experts that are out there. Samson's got it all. Shape, symmetry, proportion, muscularity, posing presentation. He's just got to get the conditioning. What changes have you made this year to bring that conditioning into that 95 percentile that, in a lot of experts' opinions, would give you that standout title?
Well, for one thing, you see my face, right? Does this look like the face of someone who hasn't suffered this past
A pretty face, bro. You're very handsome.
Thank you very much. But you know what? One way I'm gonna say is, man, we're gonna find out tomorrow night.
Olympia.
Questions for Derek. I'm looking at the stage, and I see two guys to the left of you who are much, much bigger. I just want to know if they're in shape. How do you plan on repeating from last year?
Bodybuilding is you versus you. I think you know that as well as anybody, right? So we're all given gifts and genetics of our own, and I believe that you know, we work with what we got here, you know. So for me, I've been able to, like I said earlier, play with my strengths and also improve everything, you know. And so this is a journey over time where you're never gonna be perfect, but you're striving to be all that you can be. And so even being the current champion, I want to continue to improve and be all that I can be. And I know even last year I can continue to do that for years and years. I don't worry about what the competitors are doing, but I actually appreciate the competitors that I have, because I love how driven that they are, how hungry they are, how passionate they are about the same thing I am. And I want to be my best, and I'm trying to be my best every year, and these guys continue to help elevate me and hold me accountable. So I don't just look at it as competition like this, like I want to beat you, I want to beat you, I got to defend. It's that, hey, I'm happy you guys are making progress, because it holds me accountable for me to make progress, and then everybody wins. Everybody gets what they want. They get a great show, and may the best man win.
Okay, sorry, Bob. I love the diplomatic answer. It's the right way to say it.
No, that's what that's how
I believe you, but I want to get more specific. What attributes do you bring that are going to beat these two guys? Or Brandon's sitting there looking pretty large, and you got a Mr. Olympia to the left of you. What attributes do you have that are going to make sure that you repeat?
I think Ronnie Coleman said it best, 8-time Mr. Olympia champion. Lights out from the back, baby.
Okay, DJ, last year, a lot of people had Hottie from the front, Derek from the back, and the sides about even. Where did you have it last year, and what do you think is going to happen this year?
Well, I'm going to be honest. Last year, pre-Olympia prediction, I predicted Derek to win. And after the Olympia, I said it was close. I thought I had Hottie winning. by just slightly little bit. And this is because Derek is unbeatable from the back. We know that. Hardy was unbeatable from the front. But now, we saw Hardy come back to the Arnold this year, where I think that this was the best Hardy that I've ever seen. Combination in condition and size. Now, a Hardy like at the Arnold, Derek, is that something you can beat?
Well, I think Connie Rambod, who we both work with, said it that, you know, Hardy did look great at the Arnold. You have to give it to these guys when they come in and they give it their all and they look outstanding, you know. I love it when my competitors get praise just as much as I would get a praise. But he also said, wait till you see the 2020 version of Derek Lunsford.
Well, we've been saying this. We've been saying this whole time that Derek is still young. He's still maturing. I said you can still make changes. And I've been saying this all along. A lot of people think it's not happening. You know what I'm saying? So, because I think you would have to make those changes. You would have to bring a better front, more detailed, more mature in order to stand next to a Hardy like from the Arnold. But now, keep in mind, we have two guys right here, the Samson and Andrew. Andrew, from what I heard, and this is since I haven't seen him, I haven't spoken to him, I just heard from someone real close that this is the best Andrew ever, and Andrew is winning the Olympia. So that's a scary thought, because Andrew is, in a lot of experts' eyes, probably the most perfect physique with Samson when it comes to the height, size, and everything. And I know it's harder for shorter guys at that point to stand next to him. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you're right, this is a competition, but all being nice is not going to win you a Sandow Trophy. So you gotta, you gotta fight. What I'm saying is, you gotta be the dirtiest Derek in order to, to hold these guys off.
I don't think I need to be the dirtiest Derek on the mic with my words.
I
think I need to be the hardest worker in the gym, and that's what I've been doing since 2023.
Hang on a second, hang on. Especially with our current and reigning 5-time champ, Chris Bumstead.
Well, yeah, I look at the top three from last year's Olympia, and I'm looking at a 2-time Arnold Classic champion from this year. Now I see Wesley sitting right next to Chris. Are we seeing something here? Does it mean anything that Chris is sitting right next to Wesley? And, because Ramon was second last year and Urs was third. And Wesley, you basically, I think you were 7th or 8th last year. Please don't be mad if I'm wrong, but you were out of the top 5. You came to the Arnold. It was a total revamped physique. I mean, we always see you're always in great shape, but you put size on that tall frame of yours and stood there and beat Ramon and Urs, both, to be one of their favorites, even in the experts' eyes, contender to beat Chris, because we all say you have a similar height. The only one that could beat Chris supposed to be someone with a similar height. How do you feel going into the Olympia knowing that a lot of people think that you might have what it takes, and you yourself said that you will beat Chris Bumstead this year?
Well, what I said is I'm going to give him the toughest battle he's had since doing the Olympia so far, and that's what I intend to do. So the most important thing is that it also brought confidence to myself, winning the Arnold Classic not once but twice in a row, beating a lot of competitors who beat me year after year after year at the Olympia, which means I've made a lot of progress, which doesn't mean that everybody was off all of a sudden at the Arnold, but that I was getting better. And I've made the same kind of improvements from the Arnold now to the Olympia that I made from the Olympia to the Arnold, about the same time in between, now actually even longer. So it's going to be a very nice, interesting, fierce battle on the Olympia stage. And I can't wait to do it because it just feels different. I know now for sure that my placing at the Olympia last time is not going to be representative of what's going to be shown on the stage this year. So it's going to be awesome.
Chris, I have a question. Sorry, Bob. Chris Bumstead, 5-time Olympia champion. You've been dominant. Last year, Ramon really brought a great physique. especially from the back. People thought that arguably he beat you on the back double biceps. There's this guy, Wesley Vissers, just won the Arnold, looked incredible. Urs said he's bringing his best. Are you threatened by these guys, or are they still fighting for second?
I think you know the answer to that. Every year it's been someone different. It's been Breon, it's been Terrence, it's been Earth, it's been Ramon, it's been Wesley, and in my mind they're still all battling for second. I would never be so disrespectful as to say it's not a challenge. You know, being on stage here, period, all of us getting up here is a challenge. Is it a threat? Absolutely not. But it's always a challenge getting up here, being the best version of myself, and it's an honor to share the stage with all these people. I met Wesley back in 2018, I think, after one of the Olympias, and I remember his kindness and humility then. He's risen a lot in the sport and it hasn't changed since. Same with all the guys that I get to share the stage with up here. We have a lot of fun, you know, we give each other some dirty stares every now and then, but we are always hugging when we get off stage, and we get some workouts in throughout the year, and we enjoy it. So I'm grateful to be competing against these guys, and we're just up here having fun.
Well, Chris, while you're having fun on the stage this weekend, a lot of speculation out there. The rumor mill is swirling, of course. And everybody thought you were going to make the big, huge announcement just a month ago. And I got to give you credit, man. You just pulled the tablecloth right out from all those dishes on the table when you announced it. You had a nice business with Jim Shark that you've gotten involved in, so congratulations for that. But the world was ablaze with talk that if you win this Olympia, then possibly this could be your last Olympia, that you might be moving on, that you would call it a day as the winner, as a six-time champ. You've got a brand new family, you've got new business ventures. If you win this title this weekend, is that it?
It's funny because since, I think 2020, I've been telling people when they ask me how many I got left in me, I've been saying one more. And every single year I've just been focusing on the one ahead of me, being the best I can, showing up for one more. You know, I won last year, I got to put in the work to win again this year and into this year. That's all I'm focusing on. You know, every year I've had a challenge, an obstacle that's overcome, that I've been able to overcome, and it's shown me what I'm capable of. And every year I've gotten better, I continue to get better, I continue to enjoy it. And I don't think much further than this Saturday, to be completely honest. So I'm just enjoying it. I know I got more in me if I want it, but I can make that decision whenever I feel ready.
Urs. Question for Urs. Urs, this early season this year didn't go as planned, I would say. You looked great, but it wasn't the outcome that you were looking for. Now, knowing you have to come back and fight your way back to get into the top three, basically, what changed? What Urs can we expect tomorrow morning? Is that tomorrow morning or Saturday morning?
Saturday.
Saturday morning.
I mean, the little setback I had at the Arnold's made the bear definitely hungrier than ever before, and I set the fire up for it and worked so hard together with the great Stefan Kienzel, my coach, for over 5 years now, and we really found out what works the best. And as it is in our sport we all love, the time is a thing we need to have in our mind. And I started my journey pretty young, with 20 years old, did my Olympia at 21 the first time, and had to build the density. And I think with the age, not only my health switched, also the density of my body, and that's what you guys can expect on Saturday on the Olympia stage. So a complete package, front to back. I was always well known for my lower body development and quality, and now I can say it's finally also, especially from the backside, it is there.
So where do you see yourself placing?
Definitely better than last time.
Better than early this year or last year?
Better than last year, Olympia.
So there's only top two?
That's it, yes.
Well, one of those guys you got to get by is right next to you, and that, of course, is Ramon Pino. Ramon, I got to thank you first and foremost for your fan base out of Brazil. Without them, I would not have 10,000 dinosaurs sent to my Instagram account every single day. I get it. I like Ramon. He's a great guy. Stop sending me dinosaurs. but you've got a great fan base. You and Urs and Chris, Wesley's the new guy here, have been battling for years. You have yet to get past Chris. What changes do you need to make to get that title from Chris Bumstead?
We work in all points, you know, but my back, my glutes, my hamstrings, bro. This year, I told you last year, remember? This year, bro. Over for you, bro. Yeah. Don't touch me, bro. Don't touch me.
First of all, give this guy a big hand. He learned some English. That's amazing.
Thanks so much, bro. I'm trying. Every year I try. Yeah, thanks so much. Thanks so much for this show. This is my bro.
All right, well, Chris, do you hear big dinosaur footprints coming up behind you? Or is the challenge from the new guy? Because these guys you beat lots of times with all due respect, right? They've had good competition. But like you said, they were fighting for a second. But Wesley shows something different. He's literally a throwback to the classic days. You get a lot of comparisons, of course, with Arnold and your physique and the way you display your physique with your poses. Is he a bigger threat than anybody else at this time to your title?
Like I said before, I truly don't believe anyone is a threat right now. You know, I hear them all saying I'm going to win, but when I look them all in the eye, I don't believe they believe themselves when they say that. So I'm not going to believe in myself.
Chris, you got him. You got
Believe me, bro. You don't need to believe me. Believe in your work. I have my work every day. No?
Chris, is it true? Is it true that you've offered, if any of these guys beat you, that you've offered a full Gymshark contract to whoever can beat you?
They can have whatever the hell they want.
Ramon, have a question for you. You are a great symbol in Brazil. If you win this thing, you'll make history, and millions of Brazilians watching the pay-per-view dream of that moment. What is your message to all the Brazilian fans today?
Thank you so much for everybody for prayers, pray, right? Praise for me. Thank you, God. Thank you, my wife is here, my team. We're working for this year. God is have planned for we. I love you, baby.
This and I'm going to do that and I'm going to prove this, and my ass is tired of standing there, honestly. Just tired of saying that. So I want to say this, man. I've never been a man for talking. It just doesn't work for me. I'm always a man of actions. So I stand up here and I say, man, if any man thinks that deserving of that, step up front with me right now.
Come on! I'm attacking. Andrew, here we go. That's a big man. Sean Clarita, don't let it get away with that. Sean, get out there. You got any challengers or anybody? He's calling you guys out. Nobody wants a piece of Samson. Look at this. Top five, where do you got him?
That's what they used to do.
Samson.
Good for you,
Where do you
bro.
got Samson? You just saw him. You saw what you're going to be up against.
Yeah, I did.
Where do you got him?
He's my brother.
Take it off.
He's representing, so yeah.
Something good.
Yeah, and
Let me ask a question to Chris Bumstead. Chris, you said before you retire, you might throw your hat into an open competition. And you just saw Samson out. You still want to go there?
I'm certainly not discouraged. So maybe next year we'll never know.
We'll find a challenger for him. Yeah, Fuad. Was that it? That's it. Great minds think alike, my friend. All right, let's get to the lightning round here. Linda Murray, final question to any one of our Olympians.
Let's see, Chris Bumstead. So every year you're such a great storyteller. Every year you have a challenge, and you mentioned challenge this year. Did you experience anything this year? I know you have a new baby. Such a great storyteller.
Honestly, what I mentioned was that this was one of the years where it felt like everything kind of came together. And it was beautiful that it was the year I got to share it with my baby and my wife. And if I've learned anything over the few years, it's how to overcome a challenge. And then this year it's been a whole new load of lessons of what's truly important to me. And if I've learned something from having a child, it's taken the pressure off what I do up on stage, because when I go home to my wife and to that baby smiling, nothing else matters. There's no reason to feel like anything else is a challenge. It's the greatest blessing, the greatest victory I've ever had in my entire life. My family is everything to me right now, and it's allowed me to just enjoy and be present with bodybuilding, because that's what's truly important. So it's been a beautiful year.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Derek Algindi, final question to any one of our Olympians.
First, congratulations to Michael and him. I want to get one of these bags, so that's one of my questions. Great job with the bags. Congratulations, Wolfpack. Derek Lunsford. Chris Bumstead said, my favorite Olympia title was my second one. After I won my first title, there was a lot of questions about Breon Ainsley and this and that. My second one was closing the door. This is my time. Is that where your mind is right now? Do you want to close the door and say, you know what? I'm Mr. Olympia. I'm going to win again, and there will be no more questions when I'm done?
Absolutely, to be quite honest, if I'm going to shoot you straight. That's why I said after last year's Olympia win, we made history, and it was the best package that I brought to date, but I knew where I could improve, and I felt that I had a lot that I could prove in even just 1 year. So I got right back to work, and with the motivation and support of my wife and daughter and everyone in my corner, it's been 365 days of busting it. Not a lot of times, actually Chris asked me this yesterday, is it a motivation to prove like the haters wrong, like the criticism? No, it's just to be all that I can be. And this year, I wanted to come back and create some distance, to be quite honest. Yes.